Hey, I think we need to have a discussion here. I think you already see the title of the video, and I think we need to have a discussion on this finally because it's been getting to the point where it's like almost in every single video that I make, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, let's get into it. So, Final Fantasy Tactics has not appeared on the if you're new to the game and you're wondering where Final Fantasy Tactics is, there has not been a Final Fantasy Tactics event nor banner since the 7-star era. And just like I mentioned, if you're a new player, that was the era before the Neo Vision era. That was when 7 stars were the top tier units. And so there has not been a banner nor event since then, and that's a long time ago. So let's look into why. On a surface level, let's look at a surface level of reason why. Number one, and this is their fault, by the way, for doing this. The units were never really good. Ramza was only good after he got enhancements, and they were dragged out on global for a very long time until eventually he got them. Mercenary Ramza was never good in his 5-star form. Only after a 7-star form and global upgrades he was decent. And the rest. Ultima was never good. She was only good for one thing, and that was for the 10-man trials to chain with the Terra at the time. That was her only use. Even though she was not an elemental, at least there was a chaining partner in 10-man trials where you can't bring, just like how Dark Visions, you can't bring a dupe. So that was her only use, and Beowulf was a complete joke of having really mediocre breaks when we knew that better breaks were going to be coming very soon at that point. So there was no point pulling for Beowulf. And this is all their fault for making mediocre units and then turning around saying, I'm assuming they're saying, hey, no one's pulling for tactics units. There must not be a lot of tactics fans. We're not going to make any more tactics banners. That's surface level, of course. But it makes a lot of sense. Why there hasn't been anything for a long time now. There hasn't even been any events and nothing. Just nothing. So that, of course, is the surface level. The real reason that's a huge thing. I think that's a huge thing that's included in this reasoning. But the bigger reasoning, I think, is because if you haven't seen War of the Visions, if you've never heard of War of the Visions, go look up some gameplay very quickly, like a few minutes. Just go look at a few minutes of gameplay in War of the Visions, and then go look at your tactics game that you love to play, and you'll see that it's pretty similar. Not the most similar thing of all time, but it's pretty similar. So I think this is the reason, in my opinion. I think this is the main reason. Here's where I think this reasoning, and where the banners didn't sell very well or the units weren't very good. It's kind of like that. So I think that Tactics is like a War of the Visions exclusive. Now this could be completely aged terribly because the next banner on the JP version is coming in 2 weeks or something, and you come back to this video. Oh, there's a Tactics banner finally. This video aged very poorly. That could happen. I've had that kind of thing happen before. So I think that's the real reason why there is no tactics banner, why there's no tactics event, why there hasn't been any mention of tactics, is because I really feel like there's some evidence, but there's not, like, they haven't come out and just said, hey, War of the Visions is holding on to tactics and no one else can have it, kind of a thing. They haven't said that, but there's some strong evidence. War of the Visions banners, or tactics banners, have happened multiple times in War of the Visions, I believe. I don't follow the game, but I know that there was multiple tactics banners on that game, I'm pretty sure. So with that being said, I think that there's a reasoning for that. And as well as unrelated, actually, there's got to be some kind of monopoly on tactics, because even in Opera Omnia, there's a very, very lacking amount of, at least from when I was playing, there's a very lacking amount of tactics characters in that game as well. Orlando, I believe, is still not in the game yet. There's a lot of other tactics characters that are still not in the game yet, and the ones that are in the game are kind of like, eh. So that's also a thing. I have no answers for that one. I can't explain that one. I can only explain the ones that are in Brave Exvius right now, but that's just something to consider. With that being said, I feel like if you want to wonder about where tactics banners are, you need to, I would say, you know, like contact customer support, but Global won't really be able to do anything. They don't really make Global original Final Fantasy based units. They've never done that, I believe. I don't think they've ever done that, so I don't know. Maybe just create some awareness on social media. Where is tactics? In this comment section down below, I want to see who is a tactics fan and what your reasoning is why there's no tactics, other than just saying where's tactics. I appreciate those kind of comments too. It raises awareness for this game, and I think that they definitely at this point deserve a banner. I think that Ramza should get a Neovision Awakening, or Orlando. I think Orlando has a pretty good blueprint of being a decent Neovision Awakening DPS. Would just need a new chaining family, because obviously Divine Ruination is no longer a chaining family. Hasn't been for a very long time as well. I mean, yeah, it would have been nice if it came back, but just give him Bolting Strike and call it a day. Anyways, I feel like World of Visions is the blame, because that's all I can say. And also that they made bad banners and they didn't sell well, so that's their own fault too. Both of the things are their fault, pretty much. Anyways, I want to know all your guys' comments down below. I want to know your guys' thoughts. Do you agree with these two ideas? One is a little bit stronger than the other, but still kind of the same thing. Anyways, yeah, I think that's it, guys. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.